know who your go-to is, because if you don't, you're going to be all over the place trying to offer everybody everything you have and wonder why nobody's buying. You'll wonder why it's hard to get people interested in what you have. You'll wonder why nobody seems to be committed. You ever try doing a webinar or putting out some type of content or offering, your services or your coaching, and you like, damn, nobody seems to be interested. I know what I have is fire. I know what I have can help. I know what I have can serve. I know it can change lives because I've helped other people with it. I gave other people advice with it. I've used it for myself and to get results in my own life. But why isn't the world seeing this in the way that I'm seeing it? Why aren't they respecting what I have in a way where they're engaging with it? Why? It's because you're trying to sell to the wrong person. You're trying to sell blueberry pies to people who are allergic to blueberry. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, finding your ideal client is not about you just giving it to anybody who potentially could be interested. Finding your ideal client is all about identifying who's most likely to buy. Anytime I'm working with clients, I'm always they say, "Oh, I want to help everybody," or this program or this product, I can help everybody with this, and everybody can use it. It's useful for everybody. And I say, "Great, I'm happy for you." However, however, I don't care about everybody who could use it and could benefit from it. Let's get you a quick win. Let's figure out who's most likely to use it, who's most likely to be attracted to it, who's going to immediately see the value. And then let's go, and then who can afford it. And let's go to that person first. Now, if somebody else in another market or another niche or another discipline or another category comes up to you and they really want it and they're interested in it, great. I'm never going to tell you to turn down clients if it's right for them. At the same time, we cannot, and this is like advertising 101, you can't advertise to everybody. You gotta choose a specific niche that with a specific pain point, and then that's what you got to tackle. And I recommend doing it to the people that you feel like you can get the best results for. When it comes to finding best buyers and it comes to identifying your niche and wanting to help people, far too many people say, well, I can help everybody. I can help everybody with everything. But the biggest challenge that you have with helping everybody with everything is the fact that nobody is going to be compelled enough for them to want to work with you. Does that make sense? Like, you can have somebody who's mildly interested, but it's not mild interest that's going to get somebody interested to want to work with you. It's gonna be, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for. They're answering the exact problems that I have, and this program is tailor made for me, just like a hand in a glove. That's how they have to feel about it. So it's very important that we focus on who your niche is, and in order to identify the niche, you wanna really think about who your best buyers are. Meaning, who is going to be the people that are most likely going to buy from you, that you feel like you can get the best results for, which is super key. That you love to help and that can afford your products and services. If you can align those, you're in a space where you'll get testimonials very quickly. You'll be in a space where you'll be able to get clients and monetize very quickly. You don't got to convince people. You don't got to twist their arm. Like we have an advertising agency, right? Where we run Facebook and YouTube advertisements for businesses, majority small service-based businesses, right? Whether it's coaching, speaking, it can be professional businesses. I don't care if it's doctors, therapists, hairstylists, it doesn't matter, right? So we specialize in service-based businesses, but one of the things that I can tell you is, if I'm looking for anybody who needs services, then how can I ever get the best results? Like, there's certain types of businesses, maybe e-com, right? Or there's other places that where other types of businesses where I could help them, and Facebook ads could help. But I know for a fact that if you have a service, we could really do great and knock it out the park for you when it comes to running ads. So there's a certain criteria we're looking at. There's a certain budget you got to spend. You got to be in a certain type of business, right? So we have a criteria of who we can help. And I don't do that just to purposely exclude or kind of do this as like some kind of fake exclusivity. No, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for the fact that I know who we can get the best results for. And the people that we can get the best results for, the people that I don't have to convince that advertising is important. Any sophisticated business owner know how important advertising is. If I got to convince you, you're not the right person, right? If You're in a, if you're not in the type of businesses that I can help, I might not necessarily say no to you, but I'm not marketing to you. I'm not giving you examples in your niche, right? And a lot of the things that I talk about and that I help with, if you notice, is usually towards service-based business, getting clients, right? Not getting customers. There's certain language I even use that alludes more to service-based businesses than not, right? You have to spend a certain amount of money. If you're spending $5 a day, that's not enough for me to be able to get your results quick enough, right? You have to have a certain budget that you need to spend on your ads. So I've purposely niched and purposely found and created a criteria of my best buyers that's going to allow me to get them the fastest results. That's why we can that's why we can have clients where I start working with, let's say, like a Joy, one of my clients. In the very first week we started running ads, she got 1,000% ROI, meaning what she put in and invested in the ad, she got 10x results her very first week. That's how we able to get results like that, is because of this type of thinking, this type of planning, right? And people will say, well, I can't get results, or nobody's interested, or or they can't afford it, or this or that. Well, if you going through that, the first thing, if I'm working with you, or if I'm coaching you or consulting you, one of the first things I'm going to say is, okay, well, who are we targeting here? Who we focused on? One of the biggest mistakes that I made early on, when really just trying to identify who my niche was. I had a big problem with messaging. So when I first started running advertisements, I'm running these ads and I'm like, cool, like anybody who wants to like get coaching, like I got you, right? So this is the ad. This is the ad, right? Mind you, this is about finding your best buyers and niches, right? So so one of my first ads had the messaging that said, are you looking to be a coach, but you're broke, busted, and disgusted? You're penniless to your name. You don't have a dollar to you. You have what they say. I said like there's so much more a month at the end of the money. You know what I'm saying? You don't got two nickels to rub together. Right. This is the type of things that I was saying in my advertisements. So I'm saying these things in my ads. And guess what? And I'm running it. And I'm like, great, I'm doing it. I'm running it. I'm sharing what people need to know. This is great. And as I'm running it, and now I'm getting leads. And I'm like, okay, leads are coming in, things are working. Okay, all right, we in business now, baby, right? So this is Terrell, Coach T's first attempt at advertising, right? So as I started doing it, I was getting leads. And I'm noticing as I'm having the conversations with these leads, I'm getting the same kind of responses. Oh man, it's just like, it's right now it's what I'm telling you, is more month, at the end of the money. I'm telling you, I don't got two pennies to rub together. I'm telling you that, I'm living check to check. I'm telling you this, I'm telling you that. And I'm like, damn, this language sounds very familiar, right? And I didn't realize that the messaging, because I wasn't niched, the message, and I was trying to catch everybody. The messaging didn't filter anybody out. So because it didn't filter anybody out, I really got a lot of the worst leads, to be honest. Not saying that they weren't interested, but they just didn't have the means, or was always something that prevented them from getting started. And it wasn't until later on, months and years later, as I really started to understand this concept of really niching down. And then once I started doing it, I'm like, oh wow, like things are really changing. I'm getting more clients. I was able to start charging higher ticket. And at that point, things was, that's how I started to progress. So that's really the importance of it. So let me give you some key ideas and some key strategies on this in terms of really identifying your ideal client in your market. So I happen to think that, one, you really need to make sure that you have some type of experience, expertise, and/or education in a particular area, right? Sometimes we say, I hear this a lot from like life coaches and then even business coaches. I hear this a lot where they say, I can help everybody. I can help every business with every business problem. Or I'm a life coach and I can help every person with every problem that they're going through. But is that really true? Let's be honest. Is it really true that you are 100% masterful in every area of your life? Is it true that you're 100% masterful in every area of your business? I used to do that. I know. When I first said I was a business coach, I said I can help all businesses with all problems And although I might have some insight, let's be real. I'm like, I'm not masterful in every area. Now you talking online marketing. Now you talking email campaigns. You talking copy. We talking the same language. You talking social media. We talking the same language. You talking advertising. We talking the same language. We talking content creation. We talking the same language. You talking lead generation. We talking the same language. You talking sales. We talking the same language. Like there's certain areas that I know that I'm masterful in. And when you fall into this area, that I'm like, cool, I know I can get you great results. But a lot of times we're just, I come across a lot of coaches and service providers and experts and business owners that are just so desperate to get anybody that they're not niching down in terms of who they can actually help that's based on their experience.